from the station that's on your side. This is Channel 7 News Good Morning Arkansas.
Well, Dr. Laura Wilson of Sherwood Family Medical Center joins us today, and we're going to talk about summer learning loss and how to kind of get ahead of this with our kids, make plans so that they can still kind of keep the brain working, right?
Right. And I think everybody kind of has an idea that kids may lose a little bit in summer, but honestly, even just in researching for the segment, it was very eye-opening and really something I think people need to know a little bit more about.
Yeah, and I think you've said it kind of falls along economic lines sometimes.
It does. It does. So the term summer learning loss really applies to an academic regression that we see in students during the summer months, and it seems to disproportionately affect lower income kids. And this is something we're really not sure why, but we think that the higher income kids may have more access to camps and schools.
Right.
The scarier thing about all of it is it tends to have a cumulative effect. So if you think, oh, they lose a little bit in the summer, but then we'll come back in the school year. No, over time this adds up. And we could even get to where it's a 2 to 3 year gap between the higher income kids and the lower income kids because of these summer losses.
Right. So we need to figure out ways to keep them as well engaged.
Right.
And we've got some very low income ways to do that. But first of all, reading and math really affected?
Yes, those are the two biggest ones, and we see typically a 2 to 3 month regression in those things. And they can learn some of it back at the beginning of the school year. They say that teachers will take about 6 to 8 weeks at the start of the new school year to relearn things. But again, the full recoup of that information is never achieved.
Yeah, it was a true story. One summer we were doing fractions, and I went back the next year, and I didn't know how to do them anymore.
Right.
And I think we tested, and I didn't do well because I'd forgotten it over the summer. Okay, how to avoid it? You got some ideas.
So this is pretty simple stuff, really. One is just 15 to 30 minutes of dedicated academic learning per day for the child.
Okay.
This could be one of those little books you get at the bookstore, those thick ones that have the different problems and things in there. Or it could be reading. We think a goal of 4 to 5 books per summer is a reasonable thing. Or 4 to 5 math problems per day. So that sounds pretty lame, I know, but if you think about the kids having all day, just give them 15 to 20 minutes at the kitchen table with a set of math problems, a book, something. Then they got the rest of the day to have fun.
This may be hard to get done, but man, the benefits will be so cool.
And I understand. I'm very busy too, but 15, 30 minutes, that's all you're looking to dedicate. And hopefully in an older child, this can be a set amount of time that they can do on their own. Now, the younger ones might need a little coaxing.
Let's sit here, and if we do this, then we'll go get ice cream or something. Okay, let's talk about some affordable resources, some things that may be free.
So everybody knows about all the camps that are provided by schools and colleges and things like that, museums. Those tend to be pretty expensive, and I think a lot of these families may not be able to achieve these things, but there's some very affordable local resources. Everyone knows the libraries have summer reading programs. These tend to be free, and they incentivize kids for reading. They provide rewards. It's kind of a competition. I remember doing it when I was little and thinking it was really cool.
Oh yeah, we went and we had like little checks by the books we had read. And
and free, and exposes kids to a variety of books they might not normally see. Church vacation Bible schools, these are usually pretty cheap, and although they're not directly learning focused, the kids are reading, they're writing, they're drawing, they're engaging, they're doing things. So I think that's a nice formal activity.
They're not just sitting in front of the TV or video games.
That's right. And lastly, I don't think online programs are ideal, but that might be an option where you just feel like you can't make the time to go get them somewhere. So you can look online and find different resources for different grade levels that I suspect you could find things that give you, that amount of time per day that the child needs to achieve, and mom could look over it when she gets home at night.
Yeah, and sometimes you're used as a counselor and everything for these parents, so a lot of them come in and say, I don't know what's going on. They've forgotten a lot of what they've learned in school last year.
And we hear it a lot from the kids that are already struggling, and I certainly think that it's important that those kids do something this summer, but usually those parents are very aware. The ones that aren't aware are the kids that are doing pretty good, but those kids still are at risk for a learning loss. Lastly, I want to encourage everybody to make it a family affair. So if you're working parents, of course it's hard. You can't be driving your kids here or there, but perhaps dedicate a week of the summer here or there, a few weeks at a time. This week we're gonna focus on math, and tonight we're gonna all go to the grocery store together and add up how much our bill costs. Or we're gonna play Yahtzee, or just, it doesn't have to be anything big, right? So that week can be that. Maybe in 2 weeks after that we focus on reading and we go to the library one night, or we read a story together together as a family. Again, you can be creative. It doesn't have to be school, right?
Yeah, a good way to do that. And there are a lot of fun children's libraries.
Yes.
I know we've got a great one here in
yes.
Little Rock where they really try to engage the kids as well, and then get them to check out a book, right? Okay, great advice. Let's put up the information about Sherwood Family Medical Clinic, of course, and great resource if you have any, sickness over the summer. That's the place to go, right?
Kind of slowing down illness-wise. Yeah.
Cross your fingers.
I know. I feel
that.
good about it, though.
Okay. 835-0703, and they are up there on East Kill Avenue. But keep the number handy. Kids are kids.
That's right.
Thank you, Dr. Laura.
Sure.